the end of the road.
The
It's
very
It
end.
goes-
turned into a turnaround down
Well,
there.
it's the west side.
It'd be the west side.
I don't know if
And
you've
we
got
might have
addresses,
mentioned
it would be
before, but I can't
981.
remember.
Yeah.
981, 985, and 989.
And right now, I would do anything I can to stop those garbage trucks and UPS trucks and all those trucks. They drive straight down the road past everybody else's houses. They come to my house and they back up, they come forward, they turn around and they go this close to my garage doors. And I've got a big indent where I will
She's
do
one of the
anything I
three
can to
of us.
block those darn
Yeah.
trucks.
So yeah, they're gonna
Down
put the
there.
pipe right down. This is where it widens out, looks like. And so they're gonna open cut that part of the road, so that would be cut out, sand, put it back in, and reconstructed. So it'll probably be at least a 10-foot patch through there. And then, like they said, that the road commission would probably come in later and redo the whole road, because I know before they didn't want to do it because when the drainage is a problem, the road's never gonna hold up right. But once the drainage is fixed, the road will hold up a lot better.
So I'm just realizing this is just the drainage. It has nothing
Yeah,
to do with the
correct.
actual road. So-
Right.
There's gonna be some patches because we're gonna go across the street in certain areas, and I'm looking at, there's one section on the east side where it is gonna, run onto the road for a little bit, so. There's gonna be some patches here and there, so for overall aesthetics and everything, if they can come back and redo the whole thing, that would be nice, like a year later or something.
Can you summarize what the 1.9 million is for then? It's not for road, it's just for sewage and.
It's not sewage, it's stormwater.
Yeah, stormwater.
Concrete pipe, 375,000
And a
of it
pump
alone is for
station.
the pump station. That's how much, it's just the pump station.
Yeah, 'cause the
No,
pump
no
station,
really
pipe,
nothing
just the
to the
pump
road.
station. Yeah, the
Right.
rest of it is all the pipe.
and then driveway restoration,
Driveway
those types of things, grass restoration.
So nothing to the
all
road
that
at all.
sort. Just the patches that we dig up, where we're gonna put pipe through the road, there's gonna be new patches. But as far as the overall road, no, that's not getting rebuilt.
How many catch basins will there be?
A lot.
It's quite a bit.
I mean, I know that they just went through, the township just went through, or actually, I'm not even sure township, if it's county or whatever, but they just went through a week or so ago and did Bowtel. But, you have some areas on Bowtel, on South Linwood Beach Road now that you could put a baby in there and it'd be like, the baby could just completely be under the road. I mean, it's really bad. I hit that thing and it's just all boom. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
They at least need to use some patching at
It's
this point.
something.
Yeah, you need to share that, but.
The problem is the patches we
You
get.
guys can.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Looks
guys
like
can
there's
get
40
anything
catch
like
basins.
that,
40?
call me.
Yep.
Wow.
Call me, I will,
Wow.
I'll have Chad present
I
it.
don't
Oh,
think
that's what they're gonna do,
if you're
you
looking
know,
at
for
the
them
book
40
review,
catch basins,
if I can get something
stormwater.
from the board as far as like the estimate for the breakdowns of where money is going, I can easily put that on the website under the community tab. And then as we get updates throughout the project, I can update that communities tab with what we get from them, just so that everyone's aware.
Project on
Yeah, we've got the
I
cost
can
estimate.
put the whole project on the website if it's allowed. Yep.
there. Yep, it's theirs.
Yeah, so
Good idea.
whatever you guys get stuff, send it to me and I'll put it on the website.
And just another question, I mean, with like, 981, 985, is the amount of feet that they're talking west of, off the road, is that going to be enough to cover the damage, the concrete collapsing, raising, I mean, that, what was it, 10 or 15 feet? I mean,
It's a cement pad in front of my, there isn't any delineation between road and up to my garage doors.
Absolutely.
You're absolutely correct. At the very end, you can't tell where one starts and the other ends.
No. And I don't know
And
how,
they definitely take advantage of it when you watch vehicles go down and turn around.
oh, I am so sick of that. They're just wrecking
Well, they make
everything.
6-point turns, you want to do
Yeah,
this. and
absolutely.
they're Spreading
They
their
try.
weight back,
They
forth,
try.
back.
They
forth.
I think the
turns,
complexity of this project is what.
And if we were,
caused the project is
if we were to block that turnaround, I don't care, park our cars out there, whatever, then the garbage trucks couldn't come down. All the big trucks couldn't come down.
That's right.
Why should we have to bear the brunt, 3 or 4 of us? of the
There's
whole
other
road?
townships where they don't let the garbage trucks go down the private roads like that. They make the people take their trash over to the main
Oh,
road.
Cullen, they have to go up in there.
Yeah, the people along Coquitlam River, you go down Coquitlam Road, you see those trash You see trash bins all along Old Cullen Road, 15, 20 of them in a row. And that people literally, you can see them in the morning, take their trash up, drop them in their bins.
Not a bad idea.
Because they don't want, because those are roads that they are paying, because they're private drives.
The truth of the matter is that, meal delivery, package delivery, trash pickup, and there's always a price you pay for that, unfortunately. And, if it's not
We're
exactly
getting
what
all
you're
those 4
experiencing.
houses for the whole road.
Yeah, no, I understand why, it's the
Every
location.
UPS truck, all those guys that drive 100 miles an hour and don't care.
Yeah.
We're getting them all, and it's just not
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah, I think unfortunately that does happen though, where you have problems even on, the side of the road, from those delivery services and from those heavy trucks. It's unfortunately part of it, but you guys are quite a ways down.
Well, I've
to
gotten
actually
where I
walk your
take my car
cans.
out and park it sideways so the garbage truck can't back into my garage is basically
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay, any more public comments? Questions from Mark?
So is the plan then to do the road later then?
It'd be, they're saying, like he was saying, hopefully the following year, it'd be up to the board to make that decision the following year. But we're gonna have to let things settle. You guys are gonna experience quite a project this year. Get this in. We're gonna call him the water boy this year, and we'll find a paving guy next year, hopefully, and fix you guys right up is the goal. Because if you get rid of all that water, it's gonna be less heaving on the driveways. Your comfort zone out there should be intact after
And
this.
the road should last.
Yeah.
Once you get the excess water out of there, the road will.
That's what the goal is.
How'd you post the bid, just curious, for the work to be done, posted online?
For contractors to bid it? Yeah, we posted online.
Spicer's got a site, correct?
Yeah, we've got a site that contractors are looking at every week, if not more often.
You want to put our lawn care bid on there?
I don't know if Lon got that, but
So if it
Once
takes
this
2
project
months
is
to
done, I won't be able to
RFP,
paddle my
then
canoe.
will the work
Oh.
continue this year then?
pardon me, I can't hear you.
I said, if it takes 2 months, you said, to RFP, then will the work immediately start after that, and it will happen this year, and the pavement, everything's settled?
I would like to think that, yes, but I'll want to get a schedule from the guy who's in charge of the actual design and project.
That's fair. And then
Yep.
just to follow up for Lori, thanks for all your work on getting the money. So when will we have the money?
I'm not entirely sure on that. We are waiting for activation, and I have reached out to contacts at Leo to find out what the next steps are. There's, as Mark and I were lamenting today, you have to have about 15 different numbers, and all of them expire at different times, and it's just it seems unnecessarily difficult to be able to get this stuff to go through. So we'll be monitoring it. It was actually the registration and the user profile took no time at all.
Right.
Once we had the correct method to
Correct.
do so, which between Representative Beeson and what Mark provided.
But there's no jeopardy in losing it?
I
It'll
don't-
go into an account, it'll be specifically
No.
earmarked for this project?
Yes. No, I don't believe that that'll be the case at all, especially after what Representative Beeson said earlier. Yeah, which I think you missed.
I
And
did.
and if we get started on the easements immediately, then the RFP goes out.
Well, I'll get everything going in the rest of the
Yeah.
process.
Can I just ask one thing? Is there any possibility that we could get some of those giant potholes filled sooner than later? I mean,
Yeah, we're experiencing that through the whole township,
Oh,
and that's
I'm
what the
sure.
road commission said already, they're overwhelmed. They don't have enough time to do the main roads right now, but Chad Deserta assured me that he's gonna be on all of them, but they do have to go with
so
the.
it's not you that have to request it.
No, but, well, I can, if you call me, I will request it, I do not turn anybody down, I call him right when I get a phone call.
And you can call the road commission and tell them,
I mean, I don't,
because
I've never
there's some
seen it this
things that I've
bad.
reported.
I've never seen, we've been up there 30-some years, I've never seen it this bad.
The things that the road commission does, you can call and ask for a ditch here to be cleaned out, you can call and ask for trees to be trimmed. It happens quickly. We're in a pool with other townships for funding, so you don't have to feel bad about asking for this stuff. To get a culvert, shot out, you know, I think there's $700,000 in an account shared for townships for each citizens to ask and take care. It's not, who asks more gets more. I'll say that.
Everybody good with their questions? For now?
Alrighty,
So,
communications.
well, we've got
Diamond
Diamond
Dust.
G&H.
Yeah, G&H.
So you actually,
Motion to approve the diamond dust at the cost of $13.25 for our ball diamonds.
Second.
Roll call.
Are they gonna spread that?
Yeah, they're putting it down. We're just gonna deliver.
Campbell.
Real quick before we do that. Thanks for coming, guys.
In their quote, it says, quote, does not include dumping or mechanical spreading. Does that mean I'm gonna have another cost incurred there?
No, they said if it's a full load, it's covered.
Perfect, thank you.
Campbell.
Yes.
Walden.
Yes.
Eddie, yes. Shayna.
yes.
Whalen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sam's membership.
Real quick, this will literally take like 30 seconds.
It's a little
I just
dog
want the board to know, I'd like
dog
permission to give us a Sam's membership. We got two ways we can go. We can go with the private member or the business member. I'm recommending the business member under the township name. Will give us 2 cards. Requesting that both the cards be locked up in your office. And then we'll file the paperwork with our tax ID for tax-free service. And Sam's does offer free delivery, which means that we can get some of the office supplies or other things that we need for the building tax-free at a cheaper rate than we've been able to go through other vendors.
I think that membership is $125,
It's
$150 for the business.
110 to 125, it's somewhere in there. It might be as much as 150. I know I don't need board approval for it. I could have done it on my own, but I'd rather be transparent.
Motion to get a Sam's membership. Second.
Yes.
Roll call. Whalen.
Yes.
Walden.
Yes.
Shayna.
Yes.
Campbell. Eddie, yes. Bay County Road Commission, Building, Water, and Sewer Communications. This was on the deeds that the Road Commission gave us for the 8-inch and 4-inch mains. I think so that they can have their water services.
So many.
So to bring in that 8-inch line, the water service goes down to a 4-inch line, and their sewer service is an 8-inch line, if I understood correctly.
That is correct.
Yep.
So, and
That's all that needed to be done with that. They needed it to us, we own it.
so we own it from the road to the fire hydrant. From the fire hydrant to their building, they own.
But they pay the service.
But they need to hook it up. So,
May election.
Okay. This is a little complicated. I'm going to try and be brief because I know everybody's time is getting away from them. I just completed the QVF qualifications, and then for the next 7 days, 8 days, fought to get access to the said system. They kept telling me they'd set my password in my login, but they never did. When I finally got it, I'm looking at a system that is, well, let's just say it's interesting. Our election paperwork has to start going out next week. I want everybody to be perfectly clear on this. Megan and I have been constantly working on getting our stuff for the election. This is not an easy process. This is something that has taken us 6 weeks to complete. My fear is that we are not going to be ready for the election. And I'm sorry, I don't know how else to say it.
I think that's fair and honest, and Brian, you gave me some estimates today that told me that if you're not, you're preparing for it.
And I appreciate that. The problem is with QVF, the system is so tricky. The training for the system basically tells you how to navigate, and I use that term very loosely. The problem is we need somebody to teach us how to use it.
When Kathy was here during the February election, she said that there was a considerable backlog of updates for QVF for our township, and those did not get done.
There's over 500.
Okay. So those were not being maintained since the 2024 election.
There's over 500 right now.
Yeah. So you have reached out to some other people with experience to try to get somebody that will provide you with the actual hands-on, which wasn't as much of an option with the February election.
And the other side of that coin is we haven't gotten responses back the way I was hoping we would, which brings up the next point. As much as I hate to do this, we may have to look at bringing somebody else in that can teach us how to use the system to help us catch up.
Yeah.
We've got way too much to try and dig through. We've got 500 line items.
Actually, this was already considered when we brought somebody the last time, and with the hopes that in watching, there were certain pieces we could pick, we meaning the team here, you and Megan, would be able to pick up some of those pieces, so we wouldn't need quite the full Monty like we just had, that we would maybe need 50% of the help that we had. And I don't think the board had an issue with if we have to bring in people to help. That was not, I think, the big deal, because we knew we have this next election in May, we have August, we have November. So between the February primary, the May, that could help us to get to where we need to be for August and November. So one, don't let it just feel like you've been smacked with a baseball bat, okay? Because you guys went, you've done your training, you're trying to understand, and then you find out we have this ticking time bomb, you know what I mean?
Well, last time was a bit of a runaway train on the assistance.
It's not a runaway right now, but it's still moving pretty fast.
We need to have more controls, because now it is not a panic, it's a prepare for it. Last time was a bit of a panic where we had to have somebody.
Absolutely.
And it became a runaway train, in my opinion.
And my point is that we were so focused with the February election, we were so focused trying to get bills paid that we missed this whole beginning part of this phase that we're getting ready to go into, where some of these things happened before we even came into the office.
Correct.
That we don't know anything about. And when it comes into the later parts of the phase, I'm going to say that we're probably 85% competent. Is that a good number?
I would say we're at a place where we need someone to come in and allow us to be in the driver's seat, but watch over our shoulder and give us guidance. That's where we're
Let us
right
run
now.
it, but kind of co-pilot.
Yes, where
Okay.
in February we had a group of people that were wonderful, and they were really
We weren't even know
helpful
who the crew.
in February, but they basically were like, we know what we're doing, so we're just gonna do it. And we were just like, okay,
We were the
where
fly
do
on the
we
wall.
fall into all of this? So we just need someone that's gonna allow us to run the election but offer guidance where we may be coming up short, where our digital training may not give us that hands-on experience that we really need.
So have you come up with anyone that can
I-
try to assist us?
I have not, and that's where I'm going to ask for the board to help me reach out to their contacts, because
Jerry had already came into my office last week and told me that he knew you were gonna need help, and that, also you told me there was a person in Williams, he called me, we gotta get internet over there for you, to that hall.
yeah, that was the next thing I was going to bring
Yeah,
up.
we had already approved that.
But this is what that person called me to make sure that, he goes, if you guys want a successful May election, this stuff is.
But we have Heidi already working on the internet.
Correct.
Has anyone, just you probably have you talked to the Bureau of Elections if they have any resources they could send out maybe or help you?
Getting them to answer the phone is like
Difficult?
trying to pull teeth from a rabid dog that's trying to rip you apart while you do it.
I hear you there. I think it's hit or miss on state agencies sometimes. If you'd like, we can try and reach out. I know they're super helpful in election seasons to give guidance to clerks, as in general guidance. I don't know if they'd give an individualized situation. I feel like now that it's an off election, i.e. now November general, I think they might have more resources. So I would keep trying that as an option, and then I'll also reach out to our network at the office and see if we know any clerks or retired clerks or people in this area that might be willing to help.
That would be a huge help, because the QVF is the make or break system for all the elections, and
Yep.
again, that's the thing that you kind of look at. You see 500 items, and you just feel your soul being crushed.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's good that you got to jump on it, so I'll let you know if we can get anywhere on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think there are still options, so don't feel like they're.
Oh no, I'm definitely in panic mode. But no, I'm definitely in panic mode.
I think we can work. We
got 11
through it.
days.
Yeah, we can work through it.
I spoke with Pat Powers a couple of times the last week. She initially said that yes, they do have a list of election workers that they can offer us for guidance. However, she's a little nervous about just handing over those names, so she suggested we go through Katie at the county.
I've been talking to Katie a lot.
Go through Katie, and then Katie should be able to get us those names for Fraser at least.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
With this? I think you have awesome workers right within Kilcullen.
Yes, ma'am.
What you need is the technical
That's
part of it, where
That's where we're at.
we could, because I'm one of the election workers.
Yes, ma'am, I
We
know.
could handle the election
It-
process, the voting and that.
The
And we know the absentees have to go out probably in the 10 days.
11.
And so I think the issue isn't workers, because I think once you call, as far as on the day of the election, it's more,
The problem we're having is somebody to teach us how to use the QVF system, which is what controls the absentee ballots. It controls so many facets of the election itself. That's where the shortcomings at, because it,
Yeah, and the clerk and I are unfortunately very similar in this way, where we can read about it, look at slideshows all day long, but we aren't going to be fully comfortable with the system until we put our hands on it in action. So that's where we need someone to kind of offer that in-person
I
guidance.
agree, right.
To show us, like, hey, this is how you do this, and this is what you do if this happens.
Well, and we're still in a good situation because we are the northernmost township that have this election. So those north of us don't have the election, so we just need to get an angle to get them to come in and help. And so I think that's what they've been working towards.
Yep.
Okay, so support for you to get whatever you need is there.
I appreciate it.
But now we have to make sure that the money's.
But I think that we
Once
can
he
cross
gets
that bridge,
those.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we can do it today, we're already in
I
communications.
mean, he gave, when you look at the budget, he gave a pretty hefty number to me today that I think gives some very good movement forward for the next 3 elections.
When's the last time we had 3 elections in one fiscal year
Yeah,
though?
exactly.
That's a lot of
Well, total
elections to
4.
hold. Well, but with this one,
Fiscal.
February,
This
fiscally, we have 3 to
Hey,
go.
I'm always the guy that thinks ahead. If I don't spend all the money, then I look smart. If I go over what I projected, then I look stupid. So I'm always going to give you a balance that's higher than what I'm thinking.
Motion to accept the communications.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, public comment. Public comment? Public comment. Motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.